Your work might save some lives. You believe in something. You don't have to attack the people who don't believe in that thing. Even the best person doesn't know everything. You know enough to help who you were 7 years ago. Focus on helping those people.
If you were to launch a channel now, would you start going really niche, or would you just be a little more broad to see like?
I would try to pick something that I'm obsessed about. Like, what are you obsessed about?
Psychology.
Great. And then how has psychology saved you?
As my problem is that there's various components like marketing and all those things that are related to it, so I'm not sure.
No, but how has psychology saved you? Why do you love psychology so much?
Because I went through mental illnesses, so I was able to overcome them with various tools.
The people who you'll love helping the most are the people who have been through mental illnesses and came out through your psychology. More than, he might love psychology for sales. Right. If you're an expert on psychology for sales, he might say, yeah, hey, can you come and do some training? And he might hire you to come in and go speak to his group. But it's not who you actually love helping. Right. You could do it, but it's not at the core of what you love doing. So you would love using psychology to help people overcome mental illnesses. That's what your channel should be about.
And how do you get over, because I'm not a psychologist.
Yeah.
I studied something totally different. So sometimes I struggle with,
imposter syndrome. Yeah, but even if you did, you would still struggle with imposter syndrome. Because there's always somebody who knows more. Right. There's always some expert. You know enough to help. When did you struggle with, how long ago was it when you struggled with mental illness?
It started 7 years ago.
Great. The person now could help the person 7 years ago. Right. There's lots of people who are like the person 7 years ago. You can help them, even though you don't know everything. Even the best person doesn't know everything, right? Tony Robbins, you look at Tony Robbins as the king of personal development, right? The first time I went to his event, the guy next to me was passed out sleeping the whole time. Unleash the power within. Now, it's not most of the audience, and if you guys have been to that event, you're jumping and dancing and clapping. It's not just some seminar, you are bouncing and moving, right? Guy next to me passed out. Oh, there you go. Great. Shills the band down. Passed out sleeping. And you pay $1,500 for that ticket. And he's sleeping, right? So here's Tony Robbins, the best of the best, where somebody paid $1,500 to see him, and he's still not perfect. Because he lost this guy who's sleeping next to me, right? Tony still has to get better and grow. But should I not do what I'm doing because I'm not Tony Robbins? Because I'm not as good as him? Imagine all the people, none of you guys would have seen any of the videos if I didn't do it. Because if I always thought, well, what's my background? I'm not a psychologist. So you know enough to help who you were 7 years ago. Focus on helping those people. If you don't know the answer to the question, say, I don't know. And then just create. Because the person from 7 years ago needs the person who you are right now. There's a lot of people out there who need that. And I can't help them. The people who are out there, I didn't go through mental illness. I went through my own battles, but mental illness wasn't one of them. So if you from 7 years ago came up and asked me a question, I could answer on the surface level, but I couldn't tell you how to get out of your mental illness because I haven't fought that battle. But you have. You could help that girl. And you're still getting better, right? Yeah.
To piggyback off of her channel, how would you advise her to grow that? Leave it up to titles, tags?
80% of it is still daily content that's fire. The final 20% is going to be the hacks, right? Tags, important for Instagram, mean nothing on YouTube. Every platform has their own hacks, right? So daily content. It's another talking head video. You get on camera and you tell me your story and you tell me what I should do. And the great thing for thought leaders, for you, however you got out of mental illness, whatever you did, is a recipe for other people.
What if it's controversial?
Great. Listen, I have Jordan Belfort. People don't like it. It's controversial. But hopefully we can get to an understanding. I understand what he's saying. I understand her point. I don't hate them as humans. I understand it. I get it. I have a different opinion. That's okay. You believe in something. you don't have to attack the people who don't believe in that thing, right? I mean, you could. I don't want to, my goal isn't to tear down walls, right? Or I guess tear down walls is decent. Tear down people. I don't want to tear down people, right? So if it's controversial, great. Like if it wasn't controversial, then what are you saying? I could find it anywhere else.
Right.
Right? So if you had, what helped, what's one thing you did that got you out of your mental illness issues?
Illegal psychedelics.
Psychedelics, okay. So I don't know what the legality is. I look up to it. Like what could you share on YouTube or in a public setting that makes it make sense? Like I don't know if the content will be taken down if you're talking about a certain opioid versus something else. You have to figure that out, right? But even look at, from the past 7 years, how far have we come on cannabis? Right? And listen, I've never smoked anything in my life. Nothing. I haven't had a cigarette, zero. Right? But I want to help you share your story. So that's, like I believe in the positivity of what you're trying to do, even though I would never do, I mean, maybe if I was suffering like you were suffering, maybe I'd try anything. So sharing how, it doesn't mean you have to say all this other stuff sucks and doesn't work, or this scientist is an idiot. Right? You're just building up what you believe in. Right? To her point of saying, hey, life isn't fair, and you should talk about how it's life isn't just only positive and believe. Great. I agree. Go do it. I want to build belief. So you take that same approach for you. I want to build this up. I'm not here to tear anything else down. I'm just trying to build this up as an option. And for some people, it's the best option. And so telling people the recipe that you went through now is not just happenstance for you, but you can teach other people how to do it, and they can learn and grow from it too. Your work might save some lives. Right? Even for me, it's shocking. Like, I don't know, we all look perfect coming here, but we're all battling our own demons, right? I had another favorite comment. I had a woman saying, I got in my car because I wanted to go drive off a bridge and kill myself. And I put on your video, and I watched it, and I turned around and went back home. Not what I was trying to do, but that's pretty cool, right? And that's not like, we get tons of comments. These are little tiny ones, right? I didn't set out, I don't know what to do with somebody who wants to kill themselves. I don't know. I've never even come close to wanting to kill myself. I have no idea what to tell that person. Maybe you do. I don't know. So in the area of you're dealing with mental illness, there's a lot of people who then will go down a really dark path. You found a way out. And how you found your way out could be a recipe for other people to go do the same thing too. Half of my audience isn't even entrepreneurs. They just like belief. I didn't set out to do this. And it's still not the core of my audience. But people, for some people, it is like that. The videos are actually life-changing. But now you get into what you're doing, it's actually life-changing, right? If you want to spend some one-on-one time with me, I have a special offer happening right now. Go check out the website right next to me. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.